Alright, it's time for a very quick update. Roll call. Epidendrum, what's going on? There's a new root right there. Next, rescue Phal small. Leaf is growing bigger. Next, rescue Phal big. Leaf is getting bigger. So is this spike. So are so many roots popping out. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Next, Macodes petola is no longer looking as floppy and curled up as it used to because it was rotting before. Now it's in this terrarium bowl. It's doing quite well. They all look quite nice. So many cuttings out of one plant. And this is a bonus orchid I got with a recent acquisition. This is an Ascofinetia crossed with a Phoenicia. So I wasn't expecting this, but it looks cute. I'll probably go into depth about it a little bit later. Next. Alright, Galeopetalum is still in bloom. The fragrance isn't as strong as it was a week ago, so that's a disappointment. However, this bump here, I'm pretty sure it's a new growth, not a flower spike. So we'll see how big that one gets. I'm expecting this one to thicken up in a bit. Alright, next. Angraecum sesquipedale, nothing to report much. This one continues to extend, and it does still feel a little bit thicker in the middle than I remember. Next. Alright, this hybrid is doing fine. This growth over here, okay, come on, focus on there. This growth over here and this growth over here are doing quite well. You can even see a lovely root somewhere. Not that one. There's a root tip that's delicious. Is that the one? I can't tell with the light. Oh well. Trying to keep it quick. Next. Alright, Paphiopedilum superbiens. The neck is starting to elongate a little bit. Not this neck, but like the seed pod area. Right behind the bud. Under the hood here. That's starting to elongate. And it's starting to open up just a tad. It's got a bit of a smile. Alright. Next. Alright, this hybrid with the ginormous tower of leaves. Let's turn on this light. There you go. The ones continue to grow larger. You can see the bud in there. Okay, let me turn on the manual focus here because this is not working. There you go. Much better. So you can see the nubbin in there. There's also nubbin in this leaf down here. Yep. On there too. Huh, lots of nubbins. And this root is maybe, I don't know, 3 millimeters longer. And oh look, another bump. And there's another bump in there. It's got a lot of bumps. It's also got a new leaf. Very cool. Alright, next. Alright, Dendrobium tetragonum. That growth is growing long and upright. So it's now getting more used to growing upward versus outward when it was previously mounted. So it seems to be doing well. Yeah. And I think quite a few of the pseudobulbs, the canes, looked a bit shriveled before, but now they're starting to plump up, in my opinion, from what I remember. So that looks great. Awesome. Next. noID zygo has lost all the flowers and it's starting to lose one cane. I'm sure this one is sure to follow. And looking at the pseudobulb here, that is looking nice and fat. It's getting similar to size in that one. I'm not sure how wide it's going to get. But it's going to get wide. Very nice. Can we make it this brighter? That's about it. That's nice. Alright. Cool. Next. Paphiopedilum maudiae. Okay, let's autofocus because it's having a hard time deciding what it wants. Nope. There. Right here. Okay. So, a little bit longer on this one because a few weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I mentioned that this has nubbins on fans that have been there for months. And they've not been doing anything. They've just been poking out of the fan for like a millimeter. Well, you can see here that one of those nubbins is now extending. Woo! Right there. Can you see it? Right here. There you go. One of them is extending now. Fantastic. So, if you have any nubbins on your Paphiopedilum that is not going anywhere, give it place a medium nearby it. That gives it reason to extend. I'm assuming that it likes moist medium. That's my assumption. It's just my intuition. So, hey, just so you know, for future reference. Okay. Next. Okay, Oeceoclades spathulifera. So, early on this week, I mentioned that this growth has lesions for whatever reason that you can find in a previous post that I'll link. But otherwise, none of the new growths or the old growths seem to be displaying the same problems. So, other than that, everything seems fine. And I never showed the roots at the bottom, but here's some roots that you can see. And that looks pretty good. There's another root down here at this corner. Alright, that's it. Keep an eye on this one. Next. Oncidium sherry baby with 2 spikes. Anything new happening? Why, yes. Would you look at this? Would you look at it? A new spike on a different pseudobulb. Alright, that's about it. Exciting. Next. Maxillaria medusae is just inching ever so taller. It's hard to notice, but yeah, this is getting a little bit longer, and there's a new leaf that's peeking out on there already. Can I see the roots? I didn't check. Let me get closer, as I'm getting 2 hands without letting go of the camera. No, nothing that I see. But otherwise, it looks fine. No sign of fertilizer burn or yellowing or anything. Looks pretty good. Next. Dendrobium tobanse. Nothing to report except the roots are becoming ever more visible. 1, 2. Oh, and there's a peeker. Hello, peeker. Right there. 3. Hello, friend. Next. Alright, this is the peloric noID Phal. I picked off 1 spike and left this spike. I even removed the flower because for aesthetic purposes, but the roots just don't look great. And I couldn't, in my right consciousness, have 2 spikes. 2 spikes on so poor a root system. So I decided to just lop 1 off. We'll see if it's okay with this one. I might even consider chopping this one off. I don't know. But for the time being, I still want flowers, so I'll pull 1 off. See how it does. Okay, next. Alright, Maxillaria tenofolia. Well, it's in close focus, so I'm not going to focus on that. But there, that little nubbin is growing longer, so that's a new growth. And I saw new growth over here. Right there. New growth coming out. Now, considering it's right up against the glass, I'm not sure it's going to like that too much. Anything else? No. Let me just put this down and take an overall look at the plant. Where's focus? Auto. There you go. And here's Dendrobium unicum sharing as a roommate. Still looking good. Next. Alright, this is a new acquisition. Another Phal, and it's a hybrid. I'm sure it's a Bellina hybrid, but point being, Gigantea hybrid. And it's Phal Pylos Dragon. There you go. And this bloom is fantastic. Waxy. I love the scaly pattern on it. It also smells pretty similar to jasmine and hyacinth. Pretty similar. Does best, I'd say, in the late morning when it gets really warm and humid. It's fantastic. Look at this thing. Look at it. Beautiful. Alright, and here are the roots if you want to see them. Oh yeah, Oh yeah. Next. Alright, it's really washed out with this Phalaenopsis gigantea, and this purple light. It doesn't look great, but trust me, it looks pretty good. Oh, there. Switching now. Very nice. And then the roots are growing. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at these. Very cool. Alright. It's happy as far as I'm concerned. Alright. Next. Alright, Cymbidium chens ruby is doing okay. Not much elongation in the leaves as far as I've seen, but most important, since I repotted it recently, where's that one root? That one's going down deep now. Oh yeah. Alright, so it seems to be doing okay. It's handling it just fine. Next. Alright, so here I have Trichopilia suavis, and this growth continues to dry out, but the funny thing is, down here at the base, it feels like it's thickening. Huh. Strange. That being said, earlier I told you that there's a new growth popping out, and there it is. It finally showed its face to the surface. There you go. So, I look forward to that one growing up. So I'm thinking that maybe it was just sacrificing this one in order to let this one grow up and get used to the conditions that it's now been dealing with in my room. Alright. Next. Alright, here's Dendrobium spectabile. Nothing really to report except my complaint about the neck being thin. It looks like it's starting to thicken up with how this is cracking open. So, alright. So, I guess I won't have to worry about breaking its neck anytime soon. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Okay. That's big in. Next. Alright, Encyclia garciana. Those two growths here. And here. There you go. That looks pretty good. And there's also another growth there that's still kind of mesh with the pseudobulb. That's fine. And the roots, it's hard to see green in here. Hold on, can I change it here? Okay, it looks pretty green there, there. Definitely there. Two green tips, very nice. Alright, so it seems to be quite happy with the conditions thus far. Oh, hello. Hi, friend. Very good. Nothing much to see on this end. Alright. Excellent. Next. Alright, Stanhopeia tigrina, microviolacea. This is the second newest growth, and it is getting, I think it's fatter than everyone else. So congratulations. Good growth. And this growth right here, this reed, I wonder how big this one will get. I'm excited. Also, the roots are becoming much more visible. I say as I have a hard time finding it in the camera. 1, 2, yeah, look at that. 3. I don't remember looking at the bottom. Either way, things are looking good. Things are looking good. Next. Alright. Dendrobium stratiodes. This leaf continues to... already lost one previous leaf down here. And this leaf continues to yellow. These ones seem okay. I'm not too familiar with the stratiodes. It's an antenna type of or antelope type, an antelope dendrobium, and I'm not sure if they're supposed to lose leaves like other dendrobiums do, like nobile types. That being said, considering that the roots are growing well, you can even see new root tips being poured out of this root. And, oh boy, don't drop it. 1. Excuse me while you look at the dark. 2. Then turning around. 3. 4. 5 question mark? Either way, I was worried that it's not going to be very happy, And maybe it wasn't happy for a time, but it seems to be making a comeback. And of course, also, we can't ignore this fat growth popping out. So, looks pretty happy. Wonderful. Next. And this is Maxillaria ochreleuca, which, as a cousin of Tendifolia, it does have a scent, but not of coconuts. No siree. Apparently, it smells like peaches or apricot. Now, this is not the container that it was in. I made this container, modified this container for it. However, this moss is fantastic moss, high-grade moss that the seller definitely did good in putting this plant in that moss. However, when I got it out of the box, it was clearly sopping wet when it's transferred over. Now, sopping wet in that, well, I guess it wasn't really leaking out much, but this is such high-grade moss that if you squeeze it, it holds so much water, even compared to, typical high-grade moss. This is high-grade moss. Like, I think it's grade 5A. Either way, when I unwrapped the high-grade moss from around the roots did not look that great. And actually, when you opened up the package, a leaf had fallen out, yellowed and all. So I think it suffered some stress being in the box that's dark, and while very wet, it didn't have a good time in transit. And who knows how it was before transit. Either way, it's not in great shape when I had it. But I've used the same medium because it's a very good medium. I'm letting it be a bit more loosely packed and airy. I don't know if that's a bad thing for Maxillaria, but that's how I'm going to go about it if anyone has anything to say. And there is indeed a new growth in there somewhere. Hold on, let me. Oh, not there. Herp derp. It's a place where I put more space for the growth. This side. Can I see? Can I get focus? I don't see it. Don't break it. There is one there. There it is. That tiny little thing. Okay. There's a growth there. So hopefully that one will flourish in these new conditions. All right. This is the one that came. Did I mention this is the one that came with the bonus orchid? If I didn't. Either way, I both like and dislike what I got from this eBay seller. But overall, I think this is definitely recoverable. I don't know how finicky these are. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.